Hey guys, welcome back to another Azure gaming video. In today's video, we're going to talk about Chorale, his STMR, STMR vision card, normal form, bracer form, how to build him, how to use him, and should you build for him. Alright, let's go. So his STMR TMR. TMR is Trick Leader, boosts lightning, water, light, and dark resistance by 20%, and boosts physical and magic damage against demons by 50%. His Super Trust Master Award is Fidelta Whip, 185 attack, 200 weapon, dark element whip. So Strict Leader is a great TMR since it has resistances along with a useful Demon Killer for physical and magic damage. Demon Killer is not really rare, but it's welcome in this TMR that has resistances to 4 elements, but only 20%. Alright, so if you pair that with resistance buffs, green magic, that give 80%, that will be completely you would be completely immune to that type of damage. Alright, so Fidelta Whip is a niche weapon since it's not a lot of units can use whips, and it is locked to dark, and it's two-handed. So it's Chorale's best weapon, by the way, since he can equip only whips, and he prefers dark over other elements since he can imperil dark and boost his dark damage. Vision card is called the one I've loved. At level 10, it gives 110 attack, also gives 80% attack when equipped with a whip, and 20% more attack if it's an FFB unit. Also gives LB damage by 50%. Alright, so the one I love is perfect for Chorale since he can only equip whips. He'll receive a 100% attack boost when equipped with this card and some LB damage. You only need a couple more attack percentage to cap attack. It can still be useful for other physical damage healers since it has a high flat attack at 110, and it gives LB damage when the unit is an FFB unit. So lots of FFB units want LB damage, are physical attackers, and want lots of flat attack. So this will be perfect for them even if they don't equip whips. Alright, so pretty good vision card for physical damage healers, especially if it's an FFB unit, it gains LB damage by 50%. So that vision card is kind of rare. 50% LB damage vision card is usually restricted to the series that they are in, like FF9 for NV Zidane, or maybe when Hawk comes in global, his LB damage vision card is also restricted to the Mana series. Alright. This video is sponsored by Amazon Coins. Get 10,000 Amazon coins for $80 instead of $100. That's a savings of 20%. You can use the Amazon coins to buy Lapis for FFBE. I placed a link in the description below. Check it out after you watch the video. Alright, so normal form for Chorale, he is a dark physical damage healer and debuffer in normal form. This form is leans more towards debuffing than pure damage, so it doesn't really do much damage in this form. His skills belong to the Bolting Strike family. He can debuff all stats to all enemies by 80%, kind of low to today's standards. Usually it's 85. Increase his own attack by 300. He can also buff Demon Killer by 100 to himself. Deal non-elemental physical damage to all enemies, Bolting Strike chains. And imperil dark by 120 to all enemies. He can also apply a 100% provoke to himself, so if you want him to provoke for some reason, he can do that innately. Evade 1 physical attack and view info on 1 enemy, so provoke and then evade 1 attack. Debuff defense by 87% LB, so similar to Cacteria, but it's only defense. He can also imperil light and dark by 130%. Locked to his attached to his LB, so his LB can debuff defense by 87, imperil light and dark by 130%. So pretty good. Has some use in dark visions on a physical stage that is weak against light or dark. You can bring him. If you don't have Venera, Venera can break defense by 90% and imperil dark by 130, I think, or 120. She can also boost dark damage. So if you don't have Venera, which if you didn't pull on her limited banner, it's kind of hard to get her now because she's not in the pool. Alright, so normal form passive, normal attack will be AoE physical, Bolting Strike. He has TDH of 100% and 100% more if you proc his Trust passive. 140 attack when equipped with a whip, and he has innate 60%, so that's 200% when equipped with a whip. He doesn't have innate true dual wield, 100% chain cap modifier. He has 60% passives on all his stats except attack. He is 100% resistant to blind. He has 30% dark resist and 100% physical demon killer. He has 7% MP refresh, 3 auto LB, 30% physical evade, and 50% passive provoke. If you want him to passive provoke, you just slap on Moogle Charm on him and he will have 100% passive provoke. He can only equip whips and all types of armor, which is nice, and no affinity to any kind of magic. Alright, so that's his normal form. Let's move on to his Brave form. Brave form, Chorale turns into a pure attacker in Brave form, so he loses the ability to debuff, but gains a stacking attack that maxes out at 200 modifier per cast. So one attack will do 200 times 3, that's 600 if you triple cast it. He can still apply 100% provoke to himself, evade 1 physical attack. He can still imperil dark by 120 and increase his attack by 300%. New skills include buffing physical, aquatic, and human killer by 100% to self. Mastermind Son can copy that and spread it to the team if you want, and he can also buff his dark damage by 20%. So in his Brave form, he's mainly a chainer, really high modifiers on his chain, but you need to stack him up first before they can do the maximum amount of damage. Alright, so passives for his Brave form, nothing much has changed except for the LB damage 150 passive. He gains 200% physical human killer and 100% physical aquatic killer. He loses the other killer. What was it? Let me see. He loses the physical demon killer. So if you're fighting, take note of that. In his normal form, he has demon killer. In his Brave form, he has Aquan and human killer. Alright, so that's it. His equipment pool is still the same. Can only equip whips and all the armor. Alright, so how do we build Chorale? So we will use his STMR, Fidelto Whip. You can also equip Yego's Whip. That's only two-handed whip again, I think, in Ffbe. Alright, so the other 4 equipment, it depends on your equipment pool, but just equip high flat attack equipment and you'll be good to go. Indestructible Light to cap out his chain cap modifier, Master of Fate for his TDH, and a bunch of killers for the extra slots. Vision card is the one I loved. Really good vision card on Chorale himself. Alright, so pretty simple to equip. You just need his STMR, Envy Cloud's STMR, which probably you might have 1 copy lying around, and Saber Soul's Lightning's STMR, but that's not really a must-have. If you have it, put it on him. If you don't, I'll just put more killers or passive attack, whatever you need on that slot. Alright, so how do we use Chorale? So we can use him in various ways. So Chorale can be used for farming content since he can imperil, debuff, and attack at the same time. Really useful for repetitive content like raid or farming King Mog events, etc. Just equip his Dark Whip to do the most damage and spam repeat. So as long as the enemy is not immune to dark, you can do so. If you don't want to have a dark element, just equip him with anything else. Alright, so when using him for trials and other hard content, focus on increasing the stacks on his chaining skill. He does really well in long battles since he grows more powerful as the fight goes on. Lastly, in Dark Visions, he can serve as an 87% defense debuffer and 130 source of light and dark imperil. So Son can also copy his demon, Aquan, and human killer buffs and spread them to the party. Alright, I'm not sure if that's right. Are they passive? I think they're passive, so he can't copy them. Scratch that, okay? Alright, so should you pull for Chorale? Pull for him if you need an 87% defense debuffer for Dark Visions. And also if you need a 130 light and dark imperil for Dark Visions. if you want a physical damage healer who isn't LB based. So most of the physical damage healers that were released are LB based. You can't really find chaining damage healers nowadays, but Chorale is a chaining one. So if you're tired of the LB damage meta, pull for Chorale. You want a unit that can prowl, debuff, and attack in one turn, Chorale. And lastly, you want his vision card to give FFB units 50% LB damage, 110 attack, and 20% attack at least. So really good vision card if on Chorale and other FFB LB damage units. Alright, that's it guys. Hope this was helpful. If this was helpful, let me know in the comments. Also, please consider subscribing to the channel. That would really help. And also click on the like button and click on the notification bell to get notified when I upload new videos to the channel. Let me know guys if you're pulling for Chorale. If you're skipping him, I'm pretty sure you're saving for NV Sephiroth or NV Tifa, whichever your preference is. But let me know otherwise if you're pulling for him. Alright guys, thanks for watching again. I'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye.